am Shannon Janssen, real estate agent right here in Portland, Oregon. And this podcast is a chance to have real conversations with people I work with frequently, really to keep you educated and informed. I'm very excited about today's guest because it's actually my husband, Joel Janssen, who works with me unofficially and for no pay very, very often. Those of you that follow me on Instagram have probably seen my taking care of business reels that he humors me with and lets me actually record him doing things like sweeping clients' garages out. So Joel, thank you so much for being here. Joel is actually a certified financial planner with LPL in wealth management and has been in that business for how many years now?
1995.
Okay, that's a long time.
Yeah.
I was in high school in 95.
Yeah.
But I digress. But thank you for being here today. I really appreciate it. I know this isn't your favorite thing. So I had a few questions for you. And number one, so you've watched me transition into real estate. What has been the biggest surprise to you, I guess, watching me be a realtor? What have you learned about real estate that you didn't know?
Well, first of all, the pleasure is all mine.
Oh, thank you. You had to get that joke in, didn't you?
I did.
Surely, the pleasure is all mine.
It is.
Okay.
And what was the question again?
This is pretty classic. What has surprised you the most about real estate? You have like an inside track to it.
Yeah, just how easy it is for you.
Shut up. Shut up. No. Okay, back to our questions.
Yeah, so I would say how actually the opposite of that, how hard it is, and how you're constant. You don't really have time off. You're constantly engaged with your clients, which makes
having a personal life difficult.
makes personal life challenging, but you care for your clients clearly, and you love building relationships and communicating with them all the time.
Thank you.
So,
Do I work when we're on vacation?
yes.
Almost exclusively. Yes. It's like the second we get on a plane and get out of town, it's like somebody wants to write an offer on a house.
It never fails.
Never fails.
Yeah.
I've made a few phone calls from beaches.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay. What's your favorite vacation spot?
Tough call. Belize. I think that was a setup.
I agree. And it wasn't a setup.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to get you comfortable here. Okay, so you've lived in Cedar Mill.
I'll be comfortable after the interview is done.
Right. I should have made you have a drink before we did
Yeah.
this. I should like go get Joel a glass of wine right now. Do you want like a glass of wine?
No.
Okay.
Yeah.
A shot of tequila, shot of whiskey.
Not while I'm on duty.
Oh, not while you're on duty. Is this on duty like for Shannon Janssen Real Estate, or is this because you have to go back upstairs and work?
Yes, I'm definitely taking care of business right now.
Yes, you really are. Okay, so one of the things I want to talk about, so we live in Cedar Mill, and
Yes.
when we first got together, Cedar Mill was kind of really the top area you were looking in. Why do you like living in Cedar Mill, and why have you lived here for almost 50 years now?
Well, I am biased.
Okay.
Yeah, we migrated here in 1981.
What, the Janssen family?
The Janssen family.
Okay.
Yeah,
From what, Aloha?
From Aloha, Oregon. We landed in Hickothera Park.
Okay, I don't think that exists. Wait, does Hickothera Park
It
still
doesn't.
exist?
It used to be it's a German family, I believe, that owned a farm there.
Okay. And then it
Dating
turned
back
into
to the early 1900s.
a subdivision.
Now it's many subdivisions.
Has it changed a lot here in Cedar Mill?
In
I know you
Cedar
complain
Mill.
about how much it's changed since you were.
Well, there's a lot more houses than there were when we moved here. It was during the extremely high inflation, high interest rates.
Right.
And there were 5 houses finished on my parents' block and a lot of fields.
Yeah. And then didn't it take a long time for the rest of the development to finish because the market was so bad?
Yeah.
And like, what was your parents' interest rate or something when they
It
first?
was double digits.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
I want to say your dad always says
Which
like 18%.
which was a really good rate at the time.
That's insane.
Yeah, he was happy
Insane.
with a 12% rate.
Right.
Yeah. And we could dump all our yard debris just across the street and the neighbors in the field.
Because it was just a field forever.
Yes.
And like as a kid, is that amazing? Because you're just like playing out in like empty
We'd roam
space.
around the field. I remember being up by the Bluffs neighborhood. There was a neighborhood there now, which is called Bower Highlands, and I remember getting shot at by the farmer up there with a pellet gun.
This is actually my second shooting story
Oh,
because
yeah?
Ryan, my inspector, who I spoke with, also had somebody pull a shotgun on him.
Oh,
So
boy.
congrats.
Well,
I mean, you were here, but like, think about Forest Heights wasn't
yeah, I remember when
here.
they dug out Miller Road down to the village there.
Yeah.
We got stuck four-wheeling before
You high
a
school
soccer
kids
game.
used to like party up there in what was now Forest Heights.
Yeah, no, I didn't. I was home studying.
Oh yeah, of course you were a really good kid.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna switch a little to like, I don't know, you're a financial planner. So it's like anytime anyone hears that I'm married to somebody who's like a financial planner, they are like, what, they have so many questions and like things about the market. But what do you advise clients when it comes to real estate as part of a long-term portfolio? Is it better to invest in real estate or is it better to invest in the market?
Well, I wouldn't look at it as a portfolio investment. It's a place to live. I would say don't let the interest rate tail wag the dog.
Yeah.
Speaking of double-digit rates, if you need a place to live and you plan to be there for 10 years or more, you're going to do okay no matter what your interest rate is.
Yeah. Based on the long term.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with that. I
Yeah,
have to advise people on that a lot.
And generally, the rate of growth of your home should outpace the interest rate on your mortgage.
Right.
But you're also building, when you're paying down principal, you're building equity. It's kind of a forced savings.
Yeah. Is buying a home though always the right decision for people, or should some people just be investing? Or is it?
That's a great question.
I don't like to lead it that direction because I believe everybody should be buying a home
Right.
and preferably with me, but I get
Yeah.
that it's not always the best thing.
Yeah, if you like to move a lot or you don't plan to stay in one place for long, renting's probably the better option.
Yeah. Do you have any questions for me?
Yeah, what's your favorite taking care of business?
My favorite one?
Yeah.
I don't know. They all are pretty responded to. Let me see. Oh, yeah, that's what I had. That was my question for you. What's your favorite moment from starring in the Take Care of Business reels? What do you hate the most about real estate, being married to a real estate agent?
Not having your undivided attention.
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Have you, I don't know.
I would just say it's not as easy as people think.
As it looks.
Yeah.
Or as people think.
Your compensation is fair based on the
How much?
efforts you
Yeah.
put forth for your clients.
Yeah. Would you ever consider getting into real estate?
Someday.
Okay, so here's a totally different topic question. So our oldest went off to college this year, freshman in Oregon. What did you learn in that whole college application process? Like any advice that you'd give to people? I know I have a lot of clients or people that have kids probably in high school. What advice would you give them?
Well, I'd say start saving when they're born.
It might already be too late if they're in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say I guess the one piece of advice I'd say, even if you don't qualify for financial aid, going through the financial aid application process, if there's a Department of Education, in the next few years, is important.
My eyes twitching again at that
yeah.
one. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see.
So it's
Why is it important? Like, what is it? Are there different benefits for doing that no matter?
yeah, a lot of schools, colleges I discovered rely on that to give you if you're going to apply for, aid or scholarships, grants, whatever, you have to complete
You have to
complete
complete
that.
that.
Yeah.
Does it matter where your financial bracket is or anything like that? Is it worth the time?
It's worth the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pull your teeth any longer making you do this with me. So
Well, thank you.
no, but thank
I'll
you.
go-
I
I'll go
appreciate
take care of some business now.
I appreciate you so much and how much you help me, not just on the weekends, but every day. I would not be able to do what I do without you, truly. So you supported me from day one. When I came downstairs and said, I'm going to be a real estate agent. So I really do appreciate it. Like I was telling someone today about how, you were on your mancation a few months ago, and I was forced to do an open house alone. And of course, it's the one time where some creepy person comes walking into the sales trailer at Gabriel Park, and this guy is like talking to me about end of times, and like he had all these wild conspiracy theories. And then I realize he has this giant knife on his hip, and I'm like, shit. So I'm like texting you, and you're like skiing. So I'm texting Kevin.
Wait, he had
and
a
I'm texting.
knife on his hip?
It was like in his pocket, kind of like a knife. It was like he really started to give me like the creeps, and I was like, oh. And then I realized I was like blocked into the sales trailer. So I like texted you, and you were skiing. So then I texted Kevin and Travis to like call me, and Travis called me, and I was like able to be like, oh, I need to take this. And the guy like luckily just walked away. I had dinner with your parents that night, and they gave me your mom gave me a thing of mace, which is now in my bag. So don't mess with me because I've got like a thing of mace.
Yeah, taking care of business.
Because there's like scary things that can happen.
Yeah.
I had that squatter when I've learned that very young. Like there's things you learn as a real estate agent. Like I don't pull into driveways, you pull into the street so that you have a way out. Like I had that squatter situation. And because when I first started, I was doing business like you like name the house, like everywhere. And I went to get keys for somebody in a vacant home, and I opened a door, and I could just smell like smoke and alcohol, like and dirtiness. And I saw movement, and there was like a guy right there. So I closed the door, ran out, and called the cops. Like it was a squatter who had just gotten into this house that my clients were about ready to purchase. So not ideal, but it's scary out there. So your time spent on the weekends doing open houses with me does not go unnoticed.
Oh, thank you. Did the squatter make an offer on the place?
No, my clients were the ones buying. Like I was going to get the keys to like deliver to them. Like this was going to be their house. So that was a whole thing for sure. But that's why like having a vacant property sometimes is not good. So, well, thank you again so much for being here. I appreciate you.
Thanks for having me.
You bet. All right. Awesome. I'm Shannon Janssen, real estate agent here in Portland, Oregon. Please be sure to click subscribe on my YouTube channel or come follow me on Instagram.